Have you ever wondered what goes on behind the table at a dance competition? Exactly what are the judges looking for anyway? This is Making the Impact, a dance competition podcast. Each week, we'll cover a different topic related to the world of competitive dance from the perspective of the judges behind the table. Our 2025 season Making the Impact Fan Favorite Award winner is Dance Fusion Performing Arts Studio from Allentown, Pennsylvania. We are so excited to welcome James Du Chateau and Lizzy Steirer to the podcast to hear about their studio and their award-winning piece, Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Season 7 of Making the Impact, a dance competition podcast. I'm your host, Courtney Ortiz, and I'm here with my co-host, Lesley Mealor.
Courtney, here we go. It's time. It is Season 7.
We are back, y'all, and we are thrilled to be back. It was a nice long summer, very busy summer for both of us.
I don't know what you mean by long.
I mean, it felt long, like our hiatus from the podcast. It feels long, like I missed everybody.
The summer flew by, maybe not hiatus, but yeah. Anyway, we are happy to be back. We are happy to bring you new episodes, new topics, and some throwbacks. And one of my favorite episodes of the season is the one we're about to do today.
Yes, we are here doing a studio spotlight episode featuring our Making the Impact Judge's Choice winner and fan favorite winner from our Instagram contest that took place in our hiatus in our off season of the podcast. So we can't wait to introduce you to them very shortly. But before we do, let's hear from our sponsors. Hey Dance World, it's Courtney. Did you know that back in 2007, I was a Young Arts Award winner in modern dance? During my senior year of high school, I was flown to Miami for an all-expense-paid trip to Young Arts Week with so many other talented artists from across the country. That experience opened my eyes to so much more beyond just dance, and it pushed me to grow as an artist in ways I never imagined. It truly sparked the beginning of my career, and I want every dancer to have the chance at that same opportunity. Young Arts is one of the only organizations in the United States that supports young artists across 10 different disciplines, including dance. Every year, their national arts competition is open to visual, literary, and performing artists ages 15 to 18 or in grades 10 through 12. By applying, dancers can receive mentorship and cash awards, gain access to a lifetime of creative and professional development, and join an uplifting community of artists who continue to connect and collaborate throughout their careers. Even today, Young Arts continues to support me as an alum by sponsoring my dance podcast. So if you're a dancer between the ages of 15 and 18 or currently in grades 10 through 12, don't miss this life-changing opportunity. Apply now to Young Arts National Arts Competition before the deadline on Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. Learn more and start your application now at youngarts.org/apply or click the link in our show notes. All right, Dance World, we are here in Season 7 of Making the Impact podcast, and we're thrilled to be back, first of all. And we're kicking things off with a studio spotlight episode. Now, I'm sure that you have heard all season long last year and many years prior that we give out the Making the Impact Judge's Choice Award at IDA-affiliated competition events. We love making this possible, and shout out to all the IDA comps that allow us to give this award out. And this goes to one of the dances at the event that the judges just want to recognize for being great in execution, wonderful choreography, awesome performance, that dance they cannot stop thinking about by the end of the weekend. Now, all of the IDA-affiliated competitions then come together at the end of the season, at the end of regionals, and we host a fan favorite voting contest on our Instagram, which is really, really fun. And wow, so many people were voting this year, and we kept making some cuts all the way down to get down to a top 5, and we obviously had to narrow it down to one final winner. And the perk of winning the fan favorite voting contest is you get a full studio spotlight episode right here, right now on Making the Impact podcast to kick off Season 7. We are so thrilled to get to know this studio. They won the Making the Impact Judge's Choice Award at True Dance Challenges event in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and they are an IDA-affiliated competition, so check them out. This studio is Dance Fusion Performing Arts from Allentown, Pennsylvania, who's been around for 19 years. And I'm very excited to welcome James Du Chateau and Lizzy Steirer to the podcast. Welcome, y'all.
Thank you so much. We're excited to be here.
Yay. We're thrilled to have you. Congrats on winning our award and the fan favorite contest. Y'all killed it.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
And could you both introduce yourselves and share a little bit more about you, and also tell the world your role and position at the studio as well, just so we're aware. And then just a few fun facts about you. Whoever wants to start.
Ladies first.
Okay. I'm Lizzy. I am the assistant director for our competition program at Dance Fusion. I also have the social media accounts. So I blend my creativity with dance and business in that way. I grew up dancing in the Lehigh Valley, went to college for dance. The pandemic kind of shifted my vision back to the Valley, and then started teaching and have taught ever since. So I love it. And I actually grew up dancing with James. And we found each other again in our 20s to come teach together. So we could tell you more about that.
Full circle.
And Lizzy, you also choreographed this routine as well.
I was the choreographer for the Making the Impact Award. So thank you.
Yes, I love that. That's so exciting that you get to also be here and, tell us more about that piece once we get into the interview. But that's awesome. And you've been teaching at Dance Fusion for how long?
I'm going into my 5th season.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. All right, James, tell us a little bit more about you.
Awesome. I am the assistant director here at Dance Fusion, and I am the director of the competition company. I grew up dancing in the Valley with Miss Lizzy over here. We went to the Performing Arts High School here in Bethlehem. So that was an awesome experience. Went to college for dance, and then I danced as a professional dancer on cruise ships and national tours. And I was on Broadway as a child and in the movie Enchanted and danced with the Radio City Rockettes. But I was a child. That's what I did as a kid. And then as an adult, I did more regional theater. So
wow,
lots of fun stuff. And now I work for 2 competitions, Crew Dance and USTD. We're the same competition umbrella. And I am the director of the dance companies there. So as we pick students out at each competition, we do some fun performances like at Universal, and then always an opening number at the Nationals.
Cool.
Wow. So, and I just have to say, you were in The Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas on Broadway. And I auditioned for that show so many times. And that boing, 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 boing audition combo was the death of me.
Literally. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You probably remember more than me. I feel like it's a blur, but it was.
I was auditioning for like adult Who, not child Who, but yeah, that combo killer.
It's too good.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. What a career. And we have to ask, because Lesley and I both met on Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines in our very first job at very young, many years ago. So what cruise line did you work for?
It was the Bahamas Cruise Line. It was this little ship that now it's the Margaritaville cruise. So,
Oh, okay. We're talking like a small little.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I love it.
And that's where I met my friend Kate, who runs Crew Dance. So
that's
how the world is so small.
The cruise ship world. Yeah. I mean, that's so cool. Now it's the Margaritaville ship. I love it.
The Bahamas cruise ship. Wow. Love it. Yeah. Cruise ship world is small, and we are big supporters of cruise ship over here on Making the Impact. We did a day in the life of a cruise ship dancer last season. So all of our listeners, go give a listen to that. It was one of my favorites. And I encourage every dancer, if you pursue a career, go work on a cruise ship. It's the best job in the world. Great. Well, it's great to learn a little bit about both of you. And now let's jump into learning more about the studio. So Lesley, do you want to kick it off with any questions?
Sure. So it's been around for 19 years and y'all have been a part of it for the past 5. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What brought you to this particular studio, and was it something that you were seeking out, or did it seek you out? Like, how did that all happen?
Yeah. Our owner, Chrissy McInerney, shout out. We love you. It was the pandemic. So 2020, and we were looking for jobs, sending emails out to every single studio in our area, teaching for the studio we grew up at. And this opportunity kind of fell into our laps, and we were like, we're best friends and we work the best together. So yeah, it kind of, it just was kismet and how it came to be.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you're
we
like a
had
package deal.
right. He actually came a season prior
Okay.
and had this opportunity to restructure our
Mm.
competitive program. And in the dance world, it takes a second for something to follow if it's been routine for the last however many seasons for them.
Right.
So I came in the season after, and that's when we really experienced like a lot of change in a positive way, which we were looking for, and studio growth.
Mm.
And it's been rolling ever since. And we just keep on moving in a really positive, upbeat, successful way. So,
Wow.
I love
We
to hear
love
that.
to hear that. Yeah.
yeah.
We love hearing that.
Positivity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, our big boss, Miss Christie, is very big on our culture. So we really try to foster that within our teaching faculty, within our staff, and then trickle down to our families and students.
Okay.
So out of curiosity, is this, and I know y'all are, only 5 years in with this studio, were you actively teaching prior to joining the studio? Did you always know you wanted to be an educator, or did the studio have you fall in love with the dance education and choreography? Tell us about like your teaching journey.
Yeah, so our teaching journey is also kind of paralleled. If I ever, I booked the cruise ship, I'd be like, Lizzy, can you come home from college and sub for me? Like, it kind of, so yeah, teaching in the Poconos, which is the mountain area above us, and teaching all throughout Jersey and all around the, tri-state area. It was really like ingrained in me to, always put myself out there with guest artist classes growing up and really, yeah, and then starting after the pandemic when my performing career kind of came to a lull, I really found my passion in teaching. So it kind of grew over the past few years here at Dance Fusion.
Yeah. I had a similar experience. I went to University of the Arts in Philadelphia for college.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Right. No longer with
So
us.
sorry about that.
But I was recently out of college, booked my first professional contract, and then obviously it never happened because 2020 occurred. And that really did like switch. I was teaching on Zoom and I was like, I love teaching, but like, what is this? What is like, I'm watching all these, like, this is such an interesting time. But once I realized that that was how I was still able to like spread my passion for dance and to continue that creative outlet, that's when I was like, I really do think teaching is for me. And that's when I kind of just reevaluated and was like, this is what I want to do. I just want to teach. So that's
amazing.
How it happened.
Yeah, I do think the pandemic, did that for a lot of people. And, if one door closed, really the other one opened, and there it did for you. So that's great. And these kids are super lucky that, things fell into place the way they did. That's awesome.
The pandemic did a lot for everybody in different ways, and it made people pivot. It made people like rethink their future, honestly, like, and maybe discover things that sooner than they expected that maybe they didn't see themselves doing later down the road. I know a lot of dancers who were in similar positions with just graduating and hoping to hit the ground running and literally couldn't. And I feel for y'all, like, because I was rooting for everyone to like, you've got this, like, you're going to move to New York, you're going to kill it, you're going to book all these jobs. And then it was just like, but there wasn't anything to book professionally in entertainment. Right. So how else do we keep dance a part of our lives? And maybe dabbling into teaching is a great way to do that. And a lot of people become really great teachers, especially when you get to work with the same dancers every single week and you see the progress that they're making. Like, that's something that I've truly never had a chance to do yet in my career. And maybe one day I will. But it is really hard to have a performance career, I'm sure James, and also be a regular weekly teacher at a studio. So it almost feels like you have to like pick or choose one and fully commit to one or the other, because it's like, oh, booked a gig, sorry, gotta go, and it's like, you feel like you're letting your students down and the studio down and all the things. So it is a hard thing to juggle, but I'm glad that teaching found you during the pandemic, because it sounds like that you really love it and it's a really great fit for you, Lizzy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, so speaking of training, tell us a little bit about your studio, not only from the competitive side, and we can talk about that, but like, how does your studio operate in terms of weekly classes? Do you have a rec program? Do you have a baby program? How does it all work?
Yeah.
Do you want to start with our babies and up?
Sure. So we have a very broad set of programs, some very unique, some very just normal everyday classes. But we recently partnered with Ready, Set, Dance to kind of build up our younger program, and it has seriously like grown our program.
Wow.
That's great.
I would say double.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that has been an awesome experience. And then we kind of move into our recreational kids in elementary school. We like to, when they're younger, keep them blended with our competition program kids, just because we think it's important for them to work together, still enjoy dance, what they're doing, because I know it can get competitive quick. We have a pretty serious acro program as well. And we also have worked with acrobatic arts, which I know you have a relationship with her as well, Mandy. And we train our acro teachers there. I head that department as well.
Nice.
So our acro program has grown, and that's very big. Everyone loves to tumble these days.
Oh yeah.
So it's really
well,
important.
and better safe doing it than not. So
right.
Acrobatic arts, good for you.
So we have our acro programs, our young student programs. We have a competition program. Do you want to talk about the other ones?
Yeah, totally. Just a little bit about our competition program. Our dancers are all held to the same standards, so there's not different requirements for any different ages. We all take the same amount of tech classes, 2 jazzes, 2 ballets, tap, contemporary, lyrical, and then all of our rehearsals. But yeah, so our other fierce programs would be, we have an aerial silks program, which is great. So we really want our kids to be well-rounded in case they want to be cruise ship dancers one day.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So you have like rigging to do
you
that
have
in the studio?
Right. I'm blown. My mind is blown.
Yeah. We have 6 rigs in one and 4 in the other in the performance black box space.
Cool.
So 10 overall. And the program is booming, and we've even extended it to younger kids. So it's really going great, and it's really cool. And our awesome instructor, Laura, she is certified in silks and in Lyra. So
Cool. I was going to ask, like, what type of apparatuses are you using and training in? So silks and Lyra.
Yes. Wow. And
that is so cool.
It is really cool.
Sometimes we just hang on them for fun.
I mean, I would. The way that your spine can decompress.
Oh yeah.
I'll drive over there. I'm in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I used to be able to pick myself up a little easier when I was younger. But yeah, so aerial silks program, and then also our beautiful theater program. So we offer on Saturdays, that rounds us out to be our performing arts studio. So on Saturdays, we offer from 9:30 to 12 theater, and we always put on a junior production. And with that, we have a trained vocal teacher, Miss Nicole, and that's headed by Miss Jamie. And they just work so well together to create awesome productions, and really they rock it. And we do summer programs with them, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Wow. This is really robust. Would you say that in your area, you guys, it sounds like you offer literally everything. I'm not missing anything. Like, are you one of the bigger studios in your area?
We are, size-wise and by numbers. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So did we say how many students you have and how many studio spaces you have in your space yet?
Not yet. We have.
Tell us.
I got you. We have about 300 now, and we have 6 studios. We just last year reconstructed one of our storage rooms to become a studio. So we got
more
6.
space. You needed
Wait,
more
where'd
space.
You put all the stuff?
Exactly. There's now.
Is it like on the ceiling?
Yeah, we might have to.
Our boss's husband wants to build up, so don't give him that idea.
Oh, wow.
Okay, sorry, sir.
No, it'll be great. And, if old props will just, donate.
Sure.
But yeah, so, and we have a big, our biggest studio turns into a black box. We have garage doors that come up, and then we place the seats out in. It's really awesome space.
I think that that is just such a smart way to use space wisely. If there are studios that are lucky enough to have that type of space in their facilities, I know a lot of studios have kind of started implementing at least some type of black box space that can be converted into an in-studio style performance venue, and investing in lights and things, and just, even for something as simple as preview shows or end of year showcases or little things that just feel a little bit more elevated than just the fluorescent lights that we're going to pop on in our largest room, really trying to create a professional environment. in the studio, which is really awesome that I think we're taking that there. I mean, I have to admit, and people might be like, hate this, but like I, as a teacher, love going into studio spaces that have already created options for like mood setting in the room. And even walking into like a black box space, it just feels very like clean and professional and ready to work, and no distractions and no big logos anywhere or anything, or even lighting. Like it just makes a difference now. You can set the tone, you can turn the lights off, you can have like the blue lights for today, or maybe we're gonna put the red lights on today, like whatever it is. And I know studios are probably thinking, ugh, I have to invest in lighting now for my dance studio. It's like, well, you don't, but it does kind of give a nice vibe change every now and then. And it does make for, if you film anything in your studio, it looks pretty darn good on camera as well when you're trying to promote your space. So, you know, we just keep upgrading and elevating the experience on all sides.
Yeah, and each of our 6 studios has that option.
Nice.
They all have lighting. I would love some more in some other studios, but you know, each studio has an option for LED lighting and like the circular LEDs in the corners. It's really
okay.
It elevates the space, and it makes the kids really excited too.
Yeah,
exactly.
It kind of shakes their nerves off a little bit when you get the bright lights and you have a small audience at a close setting. It definitely prepares them for performance time.
Yeah. Well, speaking of performances, tell us about like your competition schedule, because we're going to get into talking about your dance that won this award soon. But I want to hear a little bit about what you were saying, that your requirements for all of your teams are the same in terms of what they take. But are they all going to the same amount of competitions? Do we go to convention competitions? Do we do in-house workshops? What's that look like?
Yeah. So we start at the end of August. So our auditions are gearing up for next week. And then we like to kick off the season with our summer intensive, which we bring in a bunch of guest choreographers and artists to come teach workshops. And then that's also the same week where we learn our full company production. I think there's about 65 of them this year.
Nice.
In one big production.
Oh, wow. So that's like the competition team amount of dancers that are on the team, 65.
We have a few, so we don't include our minis and petites in the production.
Oh, so there's even more dancers.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So that kind of gets everyone welcome then, and they get their buddies that week to kind of help them through the season. And then it just starts going. Then rehearsals start. There's kickoff week where they learn more. And we're just setting our pieces until about, I want to say, December. We do a convention once a month in those September, October, November months.
Cool.
Nice.
We normally stick to like a one-day convention to kind of introduce, especially our new friends, to the convention world. And then we start our new year off in January with our open dress rehearsal. We rent out a theater. They have the opportunity to be in full dress, makeup, hair, and perform on a stage before we go to our first competitions.
Nice.
This year, we're attending about 4 full company competitions. We do 1 team convention, and then we do nationals every other season. So this year is our national season. So we're
great. We love that. That's great to hear. So I'm still thinking about how there are 65 people in the production, and that's not everybody. So how many dancers are on your competition team?
We have about 80 this year.
Which is our biggest year yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then let's talk about like dances and things. What does how many entries are you taking to a comp? Are all of them going to every comp? Does everyone get a solo, or is it select? I'm just curious because people want to know these things. People love this stuff.
Totally. We have 125 entries this year.
Oh, that's a lot. That includes solos, obviously.
That includes solos and duets.
So how many group dances are out of that? Do you know off the top of your head?
42.
Wow. So a lot of solos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More solos than groups.
Yes.
Wow. But you also have 80 kids.
Right.
And so it's awesome. A lot of studios in our area don't allow each student to have a private lesson or a solo. We've really seen so much growth in taking these kids like 30 minutes bi-weekly or weekly and teaching them and choreographing them like one-on-one that it's it's a no-brainer. This is how we grow, and this is how we connect to our teachers, and this is how I become a better dancer. And
Yeah.
it's foolproof, honestly.
It's been huge for performance, especially in a group setting. When you have that confidence to be on stage by yourself, I feel it just blends really seamlessly into groups. So it's worked out for us. It definitely doesn't work for everyone.
Do kids have to audition, or are you doing it select, or are they just, if we want one, we go for it?
We ask them to fill out a request form, so kind of what they're looking for, and then we take that information and pair them up with who they would work with best. We give them the option for genre and song, but it really ends up being teacher discretion, what is the most appropriate for them at that time.
Yeah, I think that's super important to remind everybody about, because there's just a lot of control sometimes on the parents' end, on the dancers' end, when it comes to like my solo. I should have the say in all of the things, and I love contemporary and I want contemporary, but you're not ready for contemporary. And it's just like, there still needs to be, at the end of the day, control from the teacher and final say from the teacher, even down to like, is the song appropriate? Is the style gonna be the best suited for you in your, and teachers know this, like looking at the trajectory of a dancer's training, in already thinking ahead into the future, like, is this going to benefit you doing this style right now, or would a different style suit you at this time right now in your training? And I'm setting you up for success for down the road. But a lot of parents and kids don't understand the mindset that teachers have when they say, actually, I think that this should be the solo genre for you this year. And maybe next year, once you really focus in ballet or whatever the case, wherever your weaknesses are, then we can talk about that. Or maybe you're not ready for that just yet. And it's not that you can't do it. And it's not that we're not giving you what you want. But it's also, you know, I think teachers are really trying to, when we have solos, are really trying to set them up for success for their future in dance as well.
Totally.
Definitely.
Yeah. Nice. Well, we love hearing that type of support, and I'm sure that it's a really long weekend for y'all at competitions if you have 120 some dances that you are running around like crazy.
Yeah.
With the kids and watching. You're probably there the whole weekend. Like you can't go anywhere else.
No, we're sat. We are absolutely sat in the front row.
Like even on our optional competitions, it's like there's still a lot of kids that are going to these.
Yes.
It's great.
Wow.
It's great though. And you see the growth with each competition that they perform and every performance opportunity.
Yeah.
Like we do a lot of performances in our community. We're part of this organization. So we do like the Christmas tree lighting and the Halloween parade and
nice.
A lot of fun stuff that we incorporate both competitive and our recreational students into.
Yeah. So there's definitely a track
that.
for everyone. And
Yeah.
when we go to competitions by age, you have different options. So it's like our youngest, they'll just do one, and then we'll go up to two. And then if you want to add on more, we also have our specialty teams where you audition for our hip hop teams, or our taps, our musical theaters, and our acros. So there really is something for everyone. And we we really strive to find the best fit for each student that walks in. So
That's great.
Well,
options are important.
I want to know, with aerial and with the silks, like obviously that you're not really taking that to competition necessarily. So do those students have like a sort of a separate performance opportunity, or is it more just for like learning the skills?
Yeah, they have we have two recitals and then two aerial showcases.
Cool.
A winter and a spring for both. And that one's in-house at the Black Box. And but we also have the option. We've done this in the past, especially during COVID. We had to take everything outside. We have a full 40-foot rig that goes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Just
outdoors.
wherever you want to put it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Gosh, it's awesome.
Lots of options.
I love hearing how you've implemented that into dance training. I feel like that circus arts and dance are very separated. Like, ooh, they can't blend. And then when you become a professional dancer, the amount of times that people have asked, do you have aerial experience? I'm not even joking.
And you're like no.
Yeah.
Should I?
mean, I know exactly. Like, should I? And then it's
right.
Now you guys are kind of bridging that gap a bit and saying like, hey, we have the facility to do this. We have the qualified instructor that can introduce you to it. I mean, at bare minimum, it's like, let's show you how to hold on to this apparatus and transition yourself on and off of it seamlessly. Like, that's just step one. and that you're already a step ahead of someone who's never touched a lyra before. So I think that it's really awesome that this is available for your students, and it might spark their interest to want to dive deeper into the art of circus arts. And there's schools for that you can like go train, like hardcore, I'm going to be on Cirque du Soleil. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe that's something they want to do. And now they have the dance training meets the circus aerial training. I think it's really special that you guys have that.
We have our circus art camp next week, and we're bringing in.
We have a big school in Philly for the circus arts. So we're bringing in Shannon Sexton from there, and she's going to kind of give us a different look on it, right? A different instructor, different view.
Yep.
And during that camp, they always they learn the fun stuff like juggling and the cool parts of like circus arts. Yeah.
Wow.
Dancers ages 15 to 18 or in grades 10 through 12. This is your reminder that you just have 1 month left to apply to Young Arts and enter their national arts competition. If you're not familiar, Young Arts is one of the only organizations in the United States that supports young artists across multiple disciplines, including dance. Each year, winners of the National Arts Competition can earn cash awards, travel on an all-expenses-paid trip to Miami for Young Arts Week, work with industry legends, receive mentorship and professional guidance, and carry the prestigious title of being a Young Arts winner. As a past Young Arts winner myself, I can tell you firsthand how transformative this program is. I highly encourage every eligible dancer to take advantage of this opportunity before it's too late. The deadline to enter into Young Arts 2026 National Arts Competition is coming up quick, on Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. Learn more and start your application today at youngarts.org/apply or click the link in our show notes. A big thank you to Young Arts for supporting me as an alum and for sponsoring Making the Impact.
Yeah.
And how long has the aerial stuff been a part of your studio? Was that a new phenomenon, or was that something that was there prior to y'all being there?
It was prior to us, but I do know Chrissy worked really hard with a college in our area, Muhlenberg College, that had just started that program for their dancers and worked together to bring them into our studio.
Okay.
And so from there, we've kind of had like a lineage of aerial instructors from then on.
I know. Now that you said Muhlenberg, I think I did know that they had some classes for the dancers, and I know BOCO for their commercial dance major now has some. Yeah, it's like one of the electives that they take is circus arts. So cool. You know, it was like, okay, let's go. Like,
yeah, that's awesome.
Now you can't be like, oh, nobody told me. Yeah, they did. Yeah. They did. They told you it was an elective.
I'm really impressed by this and learning about that. And it's refreshing to hear that some colleges are kind of getting on board with that, even as like an elective, like a specialty class to take, like even if it's just one semester's worth or something, because having special skills as a professional dancer is so crucial to your resume building. And I remember when Lesley, when we were doing Royal Caribbean, and there was the opportunity to learn aerial, like they like literally train you. You go through like a boot camp. And you're like
getting paid to learn.
Yeah, you're getting paid to learn. You're getting paid to train in a new skill. And I think that's so cool. But they see potential in people that can do it. If you have the right upper body strength, if you have the build, whatever it is. But then if you already are walking into a professional audition saying, I've been doing this since I was 10 years old, I have experience, like you have more of a chance of getting hired because that's a special skill under your belt. So I think this is a cool like addition to your studio. And with that, I'm just saying out loud to like any of the studios listening, like if you have the facility, if you have the ability to like rig up some type of apparatus to start learning aerial, even if it's just for summer intensives and guest classes once a year, like if your facility allows it, because you do have to like have very like the infrastructure of your building has to be able to support that with like beams and stuff. So like if that exists for you, add it. Why not? It could be a cool addition to your studio.
Yeah, it definitely sets us apart in the area. So highly recommend.
Yes.
All right. Well, Courtney, you want to jump into the dance, or do we have anything else you want to cover?
I have one more question before we jump into the dance.
Okay.
This is a question we've asked every single studio spotlight,
yes.
and you know what question I'm going to ask.
It's been a while. Listen, it's been a while.
Yes. And it's not on our script, so I need to add it to our script.
Yep.
But, okay, we've asked every single studio spotlight guests for 7 seasons worth this question. So we have to ask y'all, how many days a week do your dancers take ballet? And what does that ballet class look like? The length of the class? Is point involved? Is it mandatory? What's mandatory?
Yeah.
More about ballet.
Definitely. Yeah. Ballet is the fundamental, everybody. It's the most important. So competitively, the competition kids take 2. We take an hour as their tech class that has a recital dance attached to it. They have a 45, which is connected with their jazz tech. So 45 jazz, 45 ballet. And that's kind of their warm up for the evening for rehearsals. And then a lot of our students do take pre-point and point. So it's great. I know that point is like a dying art, I fear. And as we were growing up, it was way more popular, I feel, than it is like in these days. But we have about 20 kids on point and pre-point. So it's not terribly small, but it's pretty great. And but then for our recreational students, we require if you take any lyrical or contemporary class that you must also take a ballet class.
Love
to hear that.
Definitely important in our curriculum. And what I love to hear is the kids enjoy it. They thoroughly enjoy it. We don't require any kid to go out and take like a summer intensive away from us. But we definitely support it. And we had, I want to say, a group of like 8 students go off and find their own ballet intensives and just want to do it. And we have a lot of ballet schools around the area that just do ballet, and a lot of them go out for the Nutcracker then. So we definitely love to foster a ballet environment.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Well,
hearing that.
I think you're right. I mean, I think point is not a dying art depending on what kind of studio you go to. So if you go to a ballet studio, we're all doing point. But if you're going to a more, well-rounded in terms of style studio, I do think people have finally started to realize in that context, point is not the end all be all. I'm not a bad dancer if I don't do point. It is not this like rite of passage that we all have to do point. It's like, oh, thank God. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do point. I wanted to do point because like it seemed cool, but I had no business being on point. Some of us don't, and that is perfectly fine.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thanks for answering the question that we ask every studio spotlight guest, because we do think ballet is important, but everyone wants to know the inner workings of other studio schedules and requirements. So thank you for sharing that.
Thanks.
All right.
Well, I want to hear all about this routine that you choreographed that won the Making the Impact Award. I watched it when you won, and there's like the little clips that Courtney posted on the social media. And I just couldn't get over like the heart that everybody seemed to have in that piece. I mean, they were like stomping the floor, and it was so energized, and I could see why like the judges at that competition couldn't stop thinking about it, because it was just coming from the heart. So I want to hear all about your concept and the creation and the kids that are dancing it and that experience.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's to an Amy Winehouse song, Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow? And she has such a way of portraying a message in her song. It is kind of a mature song, so I knew that I wanted to do it with my older group of seniors. And I was just in the car and I listened to it. I've had it on repeat, and I said, I think I need to use this song in the new season. And as a choreographer, you kind of always have this thought in the back of your head, like, oh, I need to outdo what I did the previous season, or I need to like one up myself. And then I was like, this is kind of like a metaphor to what I want the dance to be about, like this comparison of what you have done, or this validation that you're looking for, whether it be from someone else or yourself, kind of just always feeling like you're not going to kind of meet that standard that you're looking to. And I was like, how do I explain this to a group of high schoolers? So I get into a rehearsal space, and I was like, have you ever liked someone and felt like you were begging for their attention? Or have you ever liked someone and you feel kind of like a fool for going out there and kind of getting nothing in return? And they were all like, OMG, yes. Like, in the era of like
Haven't we all?
Snapchat and social media. And I can't even imagine the pressure, honestly, that that young girls, young dancers experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of explained it to them in the best way that I could with those two concepts in mind. And I said, I want to do a big, grand, gestural contemporary dance, kind of set in like this like 50s, like dress, this theme, where the stereotype there was like that typical housewife. Like, so it starts off kind of cheeky, like they're happy, they think they've got the part, they think they have it, like everything in the palm of their hand. And throughout the piece, it kind of slips away from them. They're not getting that validation. They're getting bigger and they're still not getting anything in return. And then at the very end of the piece, they repeat this one series of moves 5 or 6 times until the music fades out, kind of as like a cycle of life, essentially, just that internal battle you can have with a relationship or yourself. So it's kind of funny when I won this award, I'm kind of receiving that validation I want as a teacher.
Yeah.
Right.
But that really is like the opposite of what that dance was about.
Right.
Cool.
Oh, that's so creative. I don't think, Courtney, did you post the full video anywhere? Okay. I think I just saw the clips, but I love that like end cycle just over and over again till it fades, because, thinking just about like that quintessential 50s housewife, like I've cleaned the house, I've made the dinner and it's not good enough.
Yeah.
It's not good enough. And I do it every day. And, you come home and you are angry at whatever, like that, just, I can see it. And and like I said, the couple of moments that I saw when they were just pouring their heart and soul into it, like, oh my gosh, they did it. Wow.
It was such an incredible group of girls. They mean so much to me. They work so hard. And my biggest thing is artistry. So technique is always in the back of my mind, of course. There's technique within artistry, but I really just wanted them to like show their like souls, essentially, like who they are. Because whether they're going off into college dancing or not, I wanted them, it sounds silly, but to leave it on the floor, which they did all season. It was recognized just the way that I would want it to have been. So,
oh, amazing. And were they excited and surprised?
Yeah. They were, yeah, because they always come off and they're like, oh, like, I don't know if that felt great, or I don't know. And I'm like, well, there's that internal validation that like you can't like turn off. So it was definitely an awesome experience for all of us. We grew. I always say I learned so much from them. They learned from me, but it really is a collaborative process. And I'm going to miss watching that dance for sure. So,
Aww. I do have to say, it's so nice to hear a choreographer explain their intention and purpose and thought process behind the creation of work. I don't think that we talk about that enough, especially in competitive dance, where it almost feels like we're just like in this, here's another season and how many dances do I have? And I got to spit out this many pieces of choreography, And it's like, no, actually, like we are artists, we are creators as choreographers. We should be thinking this hard about a dance. We should be creating a story from beginning to middle to end. And I think that is oftentimes what is missing in a lot of pieces at competition, even for you to sit your students down and talk about the idea and intention and story that you are trying to get out within this choreography development. Like you're doing all the right things, because that step is getting overlooked by so many others out there. And I, as a judge, can tell when I'm sitting in the judge's seat, and I can see that the dancers don't even know what they're performing about half the time, So I think that is another reason why this dance got recognized and was memorable by the end of the weekend to win the Making the Impact Award, because your dancers obviously knew what they were dancing about, what the story was that they were trying to convey to the audience, and the emotion was there. So I give you all the props for, really, really creating a piece that they could go for it. Like you said, leave it on the floor and feel confident about portraying properly, because that's a hard and obviously comes with maturity. And I know you said it's a mature song. It was the seniors, like, yes. But I think that we can still be introducing themes and storylines and plot points in a routine. And even if it is just a 2-minute dance for competition at any age.
Yeah, totally. I think sharing my process with all my students has really shifted how they look at me, like sitting them down and just being like, okay, I'm human. Here's my process. It's not working out how I thought it was going to, or it is going to work out. Sharing that process has made them grow more. And that also kind of takes the life lesson part of dance sometimes and really shifts it into gear, because they're like having real life conversations with me about real life things, but in a movement way. And it's also just helped us kind of establish the level of respect that we have for each other. So I think it's huge to have actual conversations, walking into a room being like, I'm not a robot. I'm not a dance teacher robot. I'm a human.
Yeah.
And so are you. And I see that. And I think that's really shifted things for me in the way that I teach.
Yeah. Well, and I think that has really shifted over the years as well. You know, I think for a long time, it was sort of like, you're the teacher, I'm the student, and that is the end of that. Like, I learn from you, you teach me, the end. And now it's, you know, we all, I think, recognize that like there's a lot of humanity on all ages, and it's not just hurting, you know, cats when they're little, and totally. There's little humans that we're influencing and teaching and relating to. So that's really great that you guys have. And so these are the seniors. Are all these people graduated now?
So there was 2 of them who graduated.
Okay.
But this year is our big year. There's 6 of them in that group.
Oh, wow.
Graduating. So they're all very close too. So yeah, it'll be a emotional.
Season. Emotional year.
Yeah.
It'll be a good one.
Totally.
I can already tell, I can already feel it. And it sounds like that you guys foster a really great studio atmosphere based on just learning about your studio and all of the different things you offer. And yeah, I'm really impressed with how you go about creating this work. And I applaud your dancers for delivering it and winning our award. I mean, that really says a lot. And shout out to our judges who selected this dance from your studio. We just really love seeing all of the different dances come together in that fan favorite, so everyone can kind of just see a little glimpse into what made this dance stand out and what made this dance at this event receive this award. And granted, I mean, some events are bigger or smaller than others. It is what it is. That's just how the competition industry is. But obviously, you made an impact with this choreography, and so did your dancers.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So final things to chat about before we wrap up this episode. What are some of the other achievements that you're super proud of from your studio and in your time there, things that you've learned and heard about dancers going on to college, pursuing careers? If there's any other achievements that your studio has received through the years, any accolades that you'd like to share?
Definitely. I think just the growth we've had over the few years, that's the biggest like achievement for us and for our studio owner. It's so great to see and feel that growth. I want to say, yeah, like we do have some students that are pursuing dance in college and more that want to in our younger years.
We have several of them this year going through the new general recruitment process for college dance teams.
Okay.
Oh.
So that's very exciting that they have that passion and they want to take that route, and we're excited to kind of assist them in that way. I would consider that an accomplishment because it means that they know that there's something out there for them in the world of dance.
Right. It's not just majoring in dance in college. It's I could be on the college dance team and rock it. And we've seen how that boomed in our,
And we have students who are already interested in being physical therapists, like taking more of that sports wellness path. Like there's so much out there. So just being able to hear what they're interested in and support them in any way would be considered an accomplishment for me as well.
Yeah.
And I think a big accomplishment is I won the Making the Impact Award in 2024. I'm not kidding.
You did?
What?
You did?
That we both did. Yeah, I won it in 2024.
No way.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Give me a second.
So silly.
Which competition?
True Dance Challenge.
Oh, also True. Okay. Come on, True. That's awesome.
Who filled out the form? Because that will help me find it faster. I'm curious. Did you fill it out, James?
And if you watch that dance, like the dancers know, we have grown so much from that point.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, I found it. Breath of Life.
Yes.
We love.
That is a fun fact. Okay.
Like it was a full circle.
We're twin winners.
2-time winners.
Best friends. We have to win all the same awards.
So how
Right.
close did you guys do? Did you do our fan favorite the year before as well?
We did.
We
got to top 5, I believe.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Yeah. So this was like really cool that we fully made the.
Wow.
The troops
made the impact.
really got
Yeah.
us this time to where we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks, troops.
awesome.
The people behind us. This is kind of silly, but we have prop dads who have seriously changed the culture of prop dads forever.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
They have bedazzled shirts. They
Yes.
decided to do a performance at recital, and we actually went viral on TikTok for it.
Oh my God.
Really?
So that's just a silly little thing, but it's like the accomplishment there is to see so many fathers so supportive of what their kids want to do and being like, you love to dance. It's expensive, but that's okay. Like,
Right. I'll be there.
To, like, have them, that support system behind them has been really lovely to see too. So it's like we could win a million awards, but it's really what happens behind the scenes that definitely literally leaves that impact. So
Yeah. Oh, so cool.
That's amazing. I love that. And you're not that, like, it's kind of cool every year when we see who wins the Making the Impact, who registers their award. Because by the way, everybody out there, if you have ever won the Making the Impact Award, you gotta register it. And there's an easy way to register, which y'all already know about because you've done it twice at this point. Big, huge QR code on the back of your award where you get to fill in the details and your information comes directly to us. If you never register, we probably never knew that you won it. So you got to at least register it. And then that puts you into the running to be considered for fan favorite and then have the potential to be on the podcast. So like super important. But that's so cool to know that you won it 2 years in a row. And we've seen other studios also win it 2 years in a row. So now they're making a little collection of Making the Impact Awards at their studio. And like, what an achievement. I mean, we truly give no restrictions when it comes to this award. So the judges don't know who won it last year. It might be some of the same judges. It might be different judges. They don't have a list of, hey, I can't give it to the studio because they already won it. Like that is not happening with our specific award. And that's what I love about it is that it is strictly just whoever the judges want. And they collectively decide this is who deserves it at this event in this moment. So that's saying a lot for you guys to get it 2 years in a row.
Thank you. We made it a goal for our students. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, final question. And I would love to know, what does the future hold for Dance Fusion?
Such a good question.
Well, literally, the future holds us continuing to further our own education. We'll be at the Dance Teacher Summit this weekend.
We'll see you there.
We'll
be
see you
there. See you there.
We just think that's big. So
Yeah.
our staff and faculty just continue to find out what's best for our kids. That's definitely a front runner.
And then I think just my personal philosophy, and same with Lizzy, is in terms of competition, the future holds always being outside the box and always thinking of new ways to convey stories and not being conventional. I think pushing the boundary of what's expected is really like our MO. And, we always want to make the impact in every single piece that we choreograph, like we were saying before. It doesn't matter that it's a petite jazz. It doesn't matter that it's a senior lyrical. From any age group, we can create a story and really make it, entertaining and, impactful.
We hope you enjoyed our very first episode of Season 7 featuring Making the Impact Award winners Dance Fusion. Shout out to James and Lizzy from Dance Fusion for joining us on this chat. Stay connected with Dance Fusion on Instagram at Studio Dance Fusion and learn more about their studio on their website at studiodancefusion.com.
Don't forget to follow Making the Impact on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, and pretty much everywhere you listen to podcasts. And if you want more exclusive episodes, support our podcast by joining our Platinum Premium membership for only $5 a month. Subscribers receive free Making the Impact stickers, shout-outs live on the air, ad-free listening, and exclusive access to our Q&A episodes for members only. Join now at impactdanceadjudicators.com/platinum premium or click the link in our show notes.
Competition season is right around the corner, and if you're looking for expert guidance to polish and perfect your routine before hitting the stage, then be sure to check out our popular service, IDA's Online Judges Critiques. Our experienced judges will provide you with a video critique of your performance, but with IDA's Online Judges Critiques, we take it one step further than your standard competition critique. Our additional feedback option allows for your judge to go back through and review your dance for an extra 10 to 15 minutes to give specific corrections and personalized feedback. And new for all of the choreographers out there, we are thrilled to introduce our new choreography consult critiques. Instead of focusing on the dancer's performance, your IDA judge will dive deep into choreography-specific feedback, including concept, appropriateness, costuming, transitions, style, formations, visuals, textures, technique, song choice, difficulty level, and so much more, to help you learn and grow as a choreographer and take your artistic vision to the next level. IDA's Online Judges Critiques start at only $35, so what are you waiting for? Click the link in our show notes or visit our website at impactdanceadjudicators.com/online critiques to submit your dance today.
Next up on Season 7 of Making the Impact, stay tuned for our Dance Teacher Web Live episode, a chat about solos, and our first throwback episode.
Stay tuned for some more great episodes. Until then, keep dancing.